Here's what Bugatti doesn't want you asking. If a $4 million hypercar needs $150,000 in routine maintenance, is that engineering excellence or customer exploitation? Because right now, Matt and Alex just exposed something Bugatti can't unsay, and the internet is choosing sides. This isn't about whether you can afford a Bugatti. This is about whether Bugatti can afford to keep treating customers like this. Let's go. Real quick, if you think luxury brands get a pass on insane pricing just because they're luxury, hit subscribe and comment Bugatti's right. If you think there's a line between exclusivity and abuse, comment Matt and Alex are right, because by the end of this, you're picking a side whether you want to or not. Matt Armstrong and Alex just hit Bugatti with a repair bill breakdown that went viral for one reason. The numbers don't add up, not in the way people expect. A clutch replacement on a Bugatti Veyron, $120,000. An oil change, $21,000. A set of tires, $42,000. Now Bugatti will tell you this is what exclusivity costs. That hyper engineering demands hyper pricing. That if you have to ask, you can't afford it. But here's the problem. Matt and Alex didn't just complain, they did the math. They showed the actual labor hours, the actual parts cost, the actual markup, and suddenly, exclusivity started looking a lot like extraction. Because when you strip away the brand mystique, you're left with a question Bugatti doesn't want answered. What happens when the factory decides what your car is worth to fix? And that number has nothing to do with reality. This is where it gets ugly. Bugatti's pricing model isn't just expensive, it's strategically inflated to create dependency. You can't go anywhere else. You can't use third-party parts. You can't even get transparency on what you're paying for. You're locked in, and that works until someone with a camera and 1 million followers shows the world what's under the hood, not the engine, the business model. And here's the part Bugatti really doesn't want you thinking about. What happens when viral transparency becomes the norm and exclusivity stops being a defense? Hold that thought. Let's talk about what's actually at risk here. First, long-term demand. Bugatti sells to billionaires, sure, but billionaires talk to other billionaires. And when Matt and Alex's video hits 10 million views showing a $4,000 part being charged at $40,000, that's not just bad PR, that's a trust fracture. Because here's what Bugatti doesn't get. People didn't get wealthy by accepting bad deals. They'll tolerate high prices. They'll even enjoy them if it signals status. But they won't tolerate being played. And right now, Bugatti's after-sales model looks less like premium service and more like ransom pricing. Second, brand equity. Bugatti's entire value proposition is perfection. Engineering perfection, design perfection, ownership perfection. But when your customer experience includes a $150,000 service bill with zero transparency, that perfection narrative collapses. Because luxury isn't just about price, it's about trust. And trust dies the second your customers feel like they're being exploited, not elevated. Third, public perception. Here's where it gets dangerous. Bugatti thinks they're selling to 500 people globally, so public opinion doesn't matter. Wrong. Public opinion shapes aspirational value, and aspirational value is what keeps Bugatti relevant in a world where hypercars are becoming electric, autonomous, and software defined. When millions of people watch Matt and Alex tear apart a Bugatti service invoice, they're not thinking, I could never afford that. They're thinking, why would anyone pay that? And once that question enters the culture, it spreads. Not just to potential buyers, to investors, to media, to the next generation of ultra-wealthy who grew up on YouTube, not country clubs. Bugatti isn't just fighting Matt and Alex, they're fighting a shift in how value is perceived. And here's the contradiction Bugatti can't escape. If exclusivity justifies the price, why does exposing the price destroy the exclusivity? Stay with me. Let's pay off that first loop. What happens when viral transparency becomes the norm? Bugatti loses control of the narrative. For decades, hypercar brands operated in information asymmetry. You didn't know what things cost. You didn't know what was fair. You just trusted the factory. But Matt and Alex just shattered that asymmetry. Now everyone knows, and once you know, you can't unknow. That's the real threat. Not one viral video, the normalization of exposure. Because if Matt and Alex can do this to Bugatti, what stops the next owner from doing it to Ferrari, to Koenigsegg, to Pagani? Suddenly, the entire after-sales model of the hypercar industry is under scrutiny, and Bugatti is ground zero. Now let's pay off the second loop. If exclusivity justifies the price, why does exposing the price destroy the exclusivity? Because Bugatti's pricing isn't about exclusivity, it's about opacity. Real exclusivity doesn't fear transparency. A Patek Philippe costs $500,000 because of centuries of craftsmanship, hand finishing, and mechanical genius. You can see it, you can measure it, you can justify it. But a $21,000 oil change? That's not exclusivity. That's a markup model that only survives in the dark. And the second you turn the lights on, it collapses. Here's the bottom line. Bugatti has two choices. Option 1, double down, defend the pricing, call Matt and Alex haters, dismiss the backlash as noise from people who could never afford a Bugatti anyway. That's the easy move, it's also the fatal one, because the next Matt and Alex are already out there, and the one after that, and the one after that. You can't suppress viral exposure in 2026, you can only respond to it. Option 2, rebuild trust, transparent service pricing, justifiable labor rates, third-party certification of repair costs. Show the world that Bugatti's prices reflect value, not leverage, that exclusivity is earned, not enforced, that owning a Bugatti doesn't mean surrendering to a system designed to extract maximum cash from captive customers. But here's the thing, Bugatti probably won't do that, because admitting the pricing is inflated means admitting they've been overcharging for years, and that's a reputation hit they're not willing to take. So instead, they'll stay silent, and Matt and Alex will keep posting. And public opinion will keep shifting, and one day Bugatti will wake up in a world where being the most exclusive hypercar brand doesn't matter, because no one believes the exclusivity is real anymore. So here's your choice. Do you believe Bugatti's after-sales pricing reflects the true cost of hyper-engineering? Or do you believe Matt and Alex just exposed a system that only works when customers don't ask questions? Because the data doesn't lie, the invoices don't lie, the math doesn't lie. What lies is the narrative that says you should pay $150,000 without asking why. That you should accept Opacity because it's part of the luxury experience. That questioning the price means you don't belong in the club. That's not exclusivity, that's gatekeeping disguised as prestige. And here's what Bugatti hasn't realized yet. The gates are already open. The information is out there. The comparisons are being made. Independent mechanics are starting to service Chirons. Third-party parts suppliers are reverse engineering components. The monopoly is cracking, and every time Bugatti charges another owner 6 figures for basic maintenance, they're not reinforcing exclusivity. They're creating another potential whistleblower, another Matt and Alex waiting to happen, another viral moment that chips away at the myth. The brand that built its reputation on being untouchable is now discovering what happens when the internet decides to touch back. And trust me, the internet doesn't forget. It doesn't forgive overpriced oil changes. It archives everything. Every invoice becomes a data point. Every frustrated owner becomes a case study. Every exposed markup becomes a permanent stain on the prestige they've spent decades building. And the irony? The same exclusivity that protected them for so long is now the very thing making each exposure cut deeper. Because when you've built your entire identity on being beyond reproach, being beyond question, being beyond justification, the moment someone successfully questions you, the entire facade starts to crumble. The Emperor's new clothes don't look as impressive once everyone's pointing and laughing, and Bugatti's standing there, still insisting the craftsmanship justifies the cost, while the crowd's already moved on to calculating the markup. They're not fighting Matt and Alex anymore. They're fighting transparency itself, and that's a war nobody wins in 2026. So comment your side. Tell me if you think Bugatti's playing the long game or pricing themselves into irrelevance. Because this fight isn't over, it's just getting started.